All right, folks. So there have been a considerable amount of protests over the oil pipeline, Line 3, in all kinds of places, including Canada and the Midwest, upper United States. And so they did a demonstration outside of the governor's mansion in Minnesota, I believe. And so I want to see what this local report has to say. CBS Minnesota. Let's watch.
4 News. I'm Frank Vassalero. Day one of this year's Minnesota State Fair was disappointing when it came to attendance.
All right, so it looks like this is not related to the content, so let's read. 69 arrests were made on Saturday afternoon outside the governor's mansion where people gathered to protest the ongoing construction of the Line 3 pipeline. Protesters who have been calling themselves water protectors say the pipe... I just, by the way, the idea that, yeah, they call themselves water protectors, right? Ignoring the fact that most of these people protesting are native tribes that have had their lands desecrated for these pipelines, having their natural water supplies destroyed, intoxicated, right, by these oil pipelines, right? You see a lot of these natural, they're supposed to be, natural reservations, that the Native American people take care of themselves. They're supposed to have protections. But when you're an oil company, you could just run a pipeline through, destroy all their soil so that they can't have any agriculture, destroy their water supply, and then they get arrested for saying, yo, by the way, what about these treaties? Like, does anyone remember the treaties that this government signed? Because apparently they don't. Say the pipeline is a threat to the environment and intrudes on indigenous land. Enbridge, a Canadian company, says the pipeline is safe and is bringing jobs to northern Minnesota. Wow, northern Minnesota really needs jobs, right? Like, what does that mean, jobs? Why is that a good thing? Like, if I, dump shit all over your front lawn and then say, hey, I'll pay you $15 an hour to go, or $7.25 an hour to go get that shit out of your front lawn, is that a job? I created a job. Right? Like, what is this thing with this obsession with jobs? Oh, we're creating jobs. But do the jobs contribute to society in any way? If I got a machine gun and I shot up all your fucking windows in your house, and then you need to get new siding, new walls, new windows, but hey, I'll pay you $7.25 an hour for it. Is that a job? That's a great job. We're really contributing to society with that job. I know I destroyed your fucking house, and now you're tasked with repairing it, but I created a job. I'm a job creator. What is this? It's bizarre. It's bizarre. On Friday, at least 4 protesters demonstrating against the pipeline were arrested in front of the Minnesota State Capitol after dozens of Minnesota State Patrol troopers surrounded a teepee on the Capitol Mall where demonstrators were holding a ceremony and singing traditional Native American songs. The St. Paul Police Department said their Special Operations Unit was patrolling the governor's mansion. Special Operations Unit. Did they have a Special Operations Unit sniffing around on January 6th at the Capitol? Where were the Special Operations Units when the governor of Michigan, is almost kidnapped or whatever? When, all these state capitals had right-wingers with guns invade them to try to overturn the lockdown mandates or whatever. Where were the Special Operation Units then? Anyway, to secure the residents, prevent property damage, disperse the crowd, and arrest protesters. Yeah, they're literally, that's their job, to violate the First Amendment to the Constitution. It's in the handbook. It's in the mission briefing, yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to violate the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. Go. What? State Patrol troopers said they arrested 69 individuals for various charges, including disorderly conduct, third-degree riot, and felony threats of violence. I'm sure all of those charges are highly legitimate, and none are trumped up whatsoever. State Patrol confirmed that some of the arrests occurred because of criminal conduct and others were provided multiple orders to leave the property but refused. Authorities say that those arrested will be held at the Ramsey County Jail. If you swarm someone's home, chain yourself to the fence, and pull on the gate in an attempt to tear it down, you should expect to be arrested, said Chief of Dumbfuck Motherfuck Minnesota State Patrol, Colonel Matt Dummy. According to the state officials, Governor Tim Walz was not present at the mansion when the protesters were arrested and did not give further... He wasn't even there. You get arrested on felony charges for expressing First Amendment rights, folks. This is the United States that we live in. But when you're a right-winger, you get 8 months in prison for trying to overthrow the United States form of government and try to destroy the 2020 election. 8 months in prison. Or jail, or whatever the difference is. Right? These people are getting felony charges because they're trying to protect natural water supplies. What's going on here? Is this a bizarro world? Are we in the Twilight Zone? Like, what the fuck is going on here? And people look at this and they go like, yeah, everything's fine. Joe Biden's president. This shit was happening under Barack Obama. With the no dapple protests. People are getting fucking hosed with water cannons in sub fucking zero temperatures. During those protests. During Barack Obama's presidency. So, I mean, like, you know, meet the new boss. Same as the old boss, same as the old boss.